this is Crenstar, and I have gotten a couple comments recently about me screaming or yelling or being loud in general, and I wanted to make a video on it and the things I try to do to compensate for it. What you're looking at is the way I record is OBS, and I have you can see the limiting on here, or the kind of the peak on it where it's not going past a certain point. It's because I have a limiter stuck on there. I've had a limiter stuck on there for a while to keep me going past a certain point and going in my loudness. In there, you can go in here and go to not properties, filters. Go in here to filters. I added something new. I added the compressor to get there to see if we can't do it. The limiter's been there forever. And I think maybe the compressor after the limiter to turn it probably more down would help a little, but maybe not. I think the bigger problem is my hearing. And they say, when in music that, trust your ear or whatnot. So let me get into the situation of what happened. So I'm in your DaVinci Resolve editing my videos, and I produce, edit, and record on a laptop. The laptop is awesome. I really love it. I love its portability. I love everything about it. And in the way that I have it set up, I have it kind of a dock that goes right into the studio, quote unquote studio setup that I have, and it becomes amazing. And I'll pop it off the dock, and I'll sit in my bed, and I'll edit the video up, and I will listen to the recording on my laptop speakers, as opposed to the studio headphones that I currently have on, or the cans I have on in my head right now. So I record with the headphones so I can listen to the music and not disturb everybody, and then I listen to the recording I listen to it on the laptop while I'm editing. This gives me two ways of listening to my music, one with the studio cans on and one with my laptop music, so I can understand how YouTube is doing it. So this is the default video of the last couple, the previous video that somebody commented I was being loud. And I'll explain what I do. So what I do is I play it.
Really cool type of synthesis. With your standard oscillator.
All right, so at the bottom, you have kind of the sound that's going on and the sound waveforms, right? And basically what I do is I take this and I crank this up, because normally even if I have the bit width cranked to 10, if you can see this right here at the normal 0 decibel level was very non-existent, very hard to hear. But this, you could see the waveforms. So usually I crank this up.
That every other synthesizer has.
And sometimes I crank up my voice, and then
that's
what
almost
helps me is I look at over here and I say, hey, is this hitting the red? I already have it limited when it's recording, so I know that it shouldn't be going above the red. Sometimes it does, though.
Video game like.
But the problem is that when I'm recording, my voice isn't static. And so while the limiter is hitting that peak and valley, I have to adjust it for sometimes when I get low in my voice, and then sometimes I get really high. The limiter should hit it. But realistically, I think there's maybe too much dynamics in my voice for it to be kind of a cool thing. So that's kind of why I was looking at the compressor. So I got a couple of tests set up, and one more demonstration of sort of the dynamics of my voice. And this is a progression of me getting, this is kind of me at my at a very low pitch, which usually if I'm feeling bad or if I'm trying to be quiet, this is me trying to be like intentionally, I'm listening to my voice and being low. This is me at my normal, or I should say, this is me being excited. No, wait, I got the waveforms wrong. This is me doing podcasting. This is me being excited doing podcasting. Wow. Making a video. And this is me yelling. So there's a bigger definition, bigger difference of me actually yelling and screaming as probably you're not meaning that I'm screaming. I'm just being loud. So I can be a loud guy. And this is me talking really low. Oh no. This is me normal talking. This is me really excited. And I'm not going to play that last part. But realistically, that's a huge thing. A difference in my loudness. I can scream. I can scream loud. I could scream. All right. So what I want to do, and I doubled it up. So because I'm gonna mess with this audio up here. This is me talking really low. Oh no. This is me normal talking. This is me really excited. And this is me yelling. What? I got a Sam Kinison style. All right. So what I want to do is I want to mess with the compressor. So let's use Bitwig's newest compressor. Oh, I'm on the wrong version. That's fair. I'll use the traditional compressor. It doesn't matter. And what I want to do is I want to add another audio track. Move it. Yes, I can. And I want audio 2 to feed into audio 3. Because I want to record. But I don't really want to hear it. And of course, when you're doing messing with the compressor, you kind of want to use your ears anyways. You don't want to be stuck to the visuals because the visuals lie. But I want to see the waveform differences in messing with the compressor, as opposed to actually just hearing the same sound over and over again with the levels trying to be matched. So now when I record, now these are default compressor settings. Okay, so the dynamics on this, and that means that the little lows here and the big highs up here are not matched. And that's kind of what we look for in a compressor, right? That's the whole point. And so realistically, we got a threshold, we got a ratio, we got attack, we got a release. With me, I like a quick attack because you really got to turn me down quick. Usually, okay, so if you don't know what a compressor is, and this is by far the first time you're touching a compressor, is exactly what you use around me. Is I'm talking and I'll get really loud and excited and you kind of need to turn me down. Well, rather than me trying to edit every time I get really loud, well, I'll use this compressor to kind of turn it down really quickly, instantaneously, automatically. And so it's going to read the levels of how loud I talk and quickly adjust for it. And that's the reason why I want to add one to it, but I don't know what kind of settings are kind of good for it. I have to kind of record, stop, listen, record, stop, listen, record, stop, listen. So I'm going to kind of cheat and use these graphs up here and then listen and then do it, because basically my ears are what's causing the problem, I think, in the videos more than my voice, because my ears are hard of hearing or I'm getting worse and worse. And so I have to crank crap up. So therefore, all the people that are normally listening will have to turn it down. Because I like it loud. I like it real loud. And there's the pop in my voice where if I'm excited, I'll get louder. Especially I got headphones on, so therefore my voice is overcompensating. Oof, it's getting there. So anyways, this is kind of not what we want. We want everything to remain the same level. So basically what we could do is crank this input up. Okay, so the threshold is at what level is our voice getting attacked? Right now, I don't think there is a threshold, or the threshold is stupidly high, like 20 decibels. 20 decibels according to what? right? So let's move it up to 0 decibels. And let's try the recording again. I don't think that's right. And this is what always confuses me with the compressor anyways. There's a follow thing that's supposed to happen. Where is it? Okay, so the compressor is still not doing crap for turning it down. The ratio here is how far you turn down the volume for how loud it goes over the threshold, by the way. So we can crank it up to like 4 or 10 or whatever. I think the settings I have it on my thing are 10. But that's only if it goes. So if we're looking at the thing as when it plays, your threshold's here. So my lows are never getting past that threshold. My highs should be getting to it, and it should be turning it down. So my highs should be... Actually, I don't need this track. So my highs should be now adjusted a bit more. According to the waveform, not much. So let's push the threshold at 10 dB. One of these days I'm going to have to read exactly... Ooh! That was noticeable. Actually, that last setting got it to where it's almost equal to me being excited. But I don't yell that much. So my level of screaming is not that much. So the threshold's going to have to be cranked down to like 20 or something. And then my input would have to be boosted to 20 maybe. That's almost a normal looking wave. That is some wild settings on the thresholding to contain my voice, though, or at least get the whispers up. Now, a lot of the tricks is what you could do is you can duplicate the compressor and reduce the amount that it has to do. So what you do is you put like at this one at 4 and like crank this one. And then you can serialize the amount of stuff and make it so that it doesn't work so hard. It's called serial compression. But that last setting, even though it's at 20 and... Well, we need to put this at 10. That actually had a really good setting of keeping it balanced per what this does. So let's kind of listen in. Oh yeah, it's not routing anywhere. This is me talking really low. Oh no, this is me normal talking. This is me really excited. And this is me yelling! Wow! That's not bad on the settings. And so it's kind of evened out the stuff using those settings on the compressor. My really lows are now getting higher up, or getting up, so I don't have to pull them up so much to match them. my normal stuff of is about the stuff, and then the really loud is gotten squashed, so that gets compressed. So I have to crank the input up for the gain. I wonder if this helps if I have it pre-filter. So if we go over here and go back into the filter settings, and I have my compressor after the limiter. So if I put it before the limiter, but the threshold's pretty high. Let's use it at 10. The ratio is about 10. We have about as much of attack as we can. And this doesn't have any input gain. That's the difference. I'll have to monitor it for the videos after this to see how much it does and how much it affects this. But hopefully people will tell me either I'm too quiet now or just majorly no complaints at all. My bigger problem, why I boosted it a lot, is not only the hearing, but when I was first doing videos, they were really low. And the other problem of this is that I should be listening to other videos on my laptop and trying to judge from those videos, am I over screaming them? Well, almost had a cough there. So the other part is do a reference video, check against that video, play it, check the video, and then make adjustments to how loud I am. And that's the other way of doing it, especially with the versus the music and stuff like that, or the audio, and getting there. Wanted to do a video on being loud and why my videos are so loud, other than I'm just a loud person. It's just, that's how it is. And got it out there. Hope you liked it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening, and I will catch you later.